Hello, this video will help you prepare for National Federation Music Club Theory Test Level 3. There are 6 different topics I want to discuss. Let's start with the first. It's identifying all the notes in treble and bass clef. Let's start with that. And of course, we know our landmark notes very well. So this is C, treble C, and this is G. This is middle C, and this is F, and this is bass C. From there, you can figure out all the other notes. So C go up is D, then you have E and F. G go up is A, and you can think of A go up is B, or whereas treble C goes down is B. So B is the line note, and G go down is F, F go down is E. And I recommend using the landmark notes to help you find out all the other notes. There's an acronym that people like to use to double check their answer. That is FACE, face. The space note, if you stack them up, it spells face, F-A-C-E. And the same goes for bass clef. Look at the landmark notes here, the pom-pom notes. Bass C, go up is D, go up is E, and then you have the green pom-pom note, the bass F. F go up is G, top line is A, and you can also go down, C go down is B and A. And as you can see here, we have A, C, E. What does A, C, E spell? A, C, E spell ace. So A, C, E, so that's part of the thing you can use to check bass clef. And I think it's a bit too much to think about that because you have face here and you have ace here and there's an empty space. The best is to know the landmark notes very well, and then you will be able to find your way around. So that's number 1, being able to identify all the notes in the bass and treble clef. Let's move on to number 2. Number 2 is knowing the difference between whole step and half step. The only half step you will see is between E and F. So between E and F, it's a whole step. And I'm sorry, let me say that again. Between E and F is half step. And between B and C, it's another half step. So half step here, half step there. Between E and F, between B and C. And if you look at the piano, you can see that clearly. Between E and F, there's nothing in between. It's a half step. Between B and C, it's another half step. And you can see that between C and D, it's a whole step. A whole step is equal to 2 half steps. So that's number 2. Knowing the difference between whole step and half step. Next, let's move on to scales. For level 3, the students will be tested on the scale of G and F. On level 2, students know scale of C. So now let's talk about scale of G. When we think of scale, I like to think of do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So for example, if this is do, starting on G, re, mi, fa, and again, mi, fa, half step always. So remember mi, fa, half step, and ti, do is half step. So do to re, whole step, that's good. Re to mi, whole step. Mi, fa, half step. Fa, sol, whole step. So la, whole step. La and ti is a whole step. So ti supposed to be here. T supposed to be on the black key F sharp, and between T and do is another half step. So now that you have do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do placed on the piano keys, let's see what it look like. So we start on G, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. We start on do and end on do. Now, as you have noticed, there is a T, which is F sharp. So we can put F sharp here in front of F, so that we have T, do, half step for the G major scales. So G major scales has 1 sharp. And now let's look at F major scales. F major scales, again, let's think of do, re, mi. We have do, re, mi, fa. Uh-oh, I made a mistake. Between mi and fa, should it be a whole step or half step? It should be half step. So let's start over. Do, re, mi, and a half step here. Fa supposed to be B flat, because do is F, re is G, mi is A, fa is B. We cannot say A sharp because we already have A for mi, so that's B flat. And so is here, la, ti, do. Between ti and do, you also have a half step. So half step relationship between mi and fa and ti and do. Now we have all the notes on the piano. Let's put them on the staff. So treble, starting on F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. Let's draw it first, and now, because we have a B flat, let's put a flat in front of B. This is F major scale. Next,